And it's always important, in my opinion, to have to have written goals and have what we call, and we always like to refer to them as SMART goals. Now, what is a SMART goal? Now, the reason we say SMART is because that's an acronym, and we use that word SMART because it's easy to remember. But I'm just going to go through this real quick. A SMART goal is a goal that's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and with a timeline. So if you write that down, write down SMART, and then write specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and with a timeline, right? And so think about how you can apply SMART goals to your GoFun Places experience. What would you consider a specific goal with GoFun Places? Well, maybe it's to become a regional marketing director. Maybe it's just to give away all the lifestyle dollars that you have in your account. Whatever it is, you decide what that is, and you can get with your active upline and ask them, say, hey, what would be a good specific goal for me to shoot towards at the beginning of 2013? Measurable, obviously. If there's a measurable metric to that goal, that's what makes it really real, because then you can direct your attention, your daily activities, whether you have 5 minutes a day, or you have 5 hours a day, or you have 50 or 60 hours a week to do GoFun Places. And believe me, there's every variation. We have people on our team that are doing this for 5 minutes a day. They get in and make sure that their daily ads in place. They make sure that their lifestyle dollars have been given away. And that's right now all the time that they have for this. And that's okay. And that's what we love so much about this, because you can do that here, right? You can absolutely do that. Or you've got more time like us, and we've made the time. We've made it a priority because we see the incredible potential here. Attainable, obviously, you don't want to say, you don't want to shoot for something that is way out of range, and you're going to get frustrated. You're not going to, you want to chunk it down. And Wendy always says this, chunk down your daily activities into what's going to lead you towards those goals. Realistic, obviously, is very similar to the word attainable. And then with the timeline, set it out on your calendar, put it out there, and go out 2 weeks, go out a month, whatever it is. Put that goal out there, and then take your daily activities to get you going towards that goal. So that's for the SMART goals. Try to get in and do that. If you do that before 2013 starts, you will be, in my opinion, well ahead of 99% of the people out there who wait until January 1st and are like, oh my God, I got to set my, I got to create my New Year's resolutions. And by the way, 95% of New Year's resolutions have to do with what? Making more money or getting more healthy. And so here with GoFun Places, we have both of those. We want to help you to make more money so you can, you can take more time, be more healthy, and go in and buy some of that. What's that stuff called, Lynn? The juice, the Mind Juice. We bought the Mind Juice up for our mall, and I've been drinking it. It's awesome. I tell you, I'm already feeling better. I have a shot of that every morning. It gets you going. It's a great, powerful antioxidant. We're going to talk more about those products and things we have available on the GoFun Places mall, as well as the auction, everything. You'll hear about all that stuff, but not today. Today is going to be a special one. Wendy's going to take over the screen here, and let me just make sure that we are. Oh, by the way, before I do, I want to just say, I'm just seeing Betty Coleman. Hey, Betty, how are you? Norman Shack. Steve Sheridan there again. Diana. Hey, Sal. Sal from Windemar. Welcome. Shosh. Where is the listen? Hey, Shosh. Oh, I guess if you can't hear me, it's going to be hard for me to tell you where the listen button is. Oh, you're probably listening on the phone. The listen button, if you click information, and right above the chat box, you see a little thing, information. Click on information, and then it'll open up that box, and you'll see the listen. Click the listen button. The listen button does two things. The listen button allows you to listen on your computer. It also refreshes your screen in case your screen isn't changing with the slides, for everybody's reference. And I'm seeing that we've got a bunch of great questions coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my amazing wife, Wendy Vanderstein, who, by the way, was at corporate yesterday. Every other Friday, they're doing a corporate open house. And if you can be in the area of San Francisco and you want to go visit GoFun Places corporate headquarters, and apparently yesterday it was an amazing meeting. I actually wasn't there, but I'm going to have Wendy share a little bit about that when she comes on. And take it away, Wendy.
Fantastic. Thank you, Winston. And gosh, I love getting ready for 2013. This is some of my favorite time of the year when everything kind of slows down a little bit. We really get to enjoy our time with the people that we care about the most. And it's a great time to rekindle some of those relationships that maybe we haven't been nurturing as much over the last few months as we've been kind of wrapping up the fall season to end the year strong. So it's a great time to really rekindle those friendships and drop hints and plant seeds in regards to what GoFun Places is all about. So and GoFun Places is really wrapping up the year. With that task list, we started with, 1 week after the November 6th start of the pay plan, we submitted 38 tasks for the corporate office to work on, and that came from all of your suggestions. And Mike Driggers, the VP, spoke about those 38 task list items. And then a couple weeks ago when we went into corporate for some intense meetings with the Leadership Council and the 5 principal owners, we narrowed that down to about the top 19. And boy, they are getting through that list. And the update from Francis, who is the owner of eAdGear and really the gentleman that's doing a lot of the financing behind GoFun Places. Randall and Paul built the platform, and Francis is really the guy doing the funding. And he is such a nice guy. I spent some time with him one-on-one yesterday, and his goal is to have everything on that task list completed by the end of this year. So that's great news, and we've already seen some adjustments. So number one, we had somebody ask about, I think it was Hugh, had asked about conference calls. We are not doing any conference calls this upcoming week. So Monday through Saturday, there will be no conference calls. So any of the updates, log into your back office and check the very first page before you click agree. And there may be some announcements coming out during the holiday week, as everybody's kind of closing out the year and slowing down and spending quality time with people they care about. So there will be no webinars. So if you'd like to present the business, and I know many of you will, I'll tell you, New Year's Eve is always a great time because so many people are thinking about that new year coming up and how they want to make more money. And we've done extremely well with spending some of our New Year's Eve daytime making phone calls. One year we enrolled 97 people in about a 4-hour period with just 10 of our business partners all making phone calls. So it's an awesome time to help people make that resolution and give them a vehicle they can really run with. And with GoFun Places, everybody wins. So you can feel really excited about that. So Hugh Hong. Yes, Hugh. So no conference calls. If you want to share the business, go to your GoFundRewards.com /? equals your username. And right there, halfway down the screen, is a recorded webinar done by Mike Driggers. And Mike Driggers will take someone through the presentation. So that's the scoop. It's simply because of the holiday. It has nothing to do with anybody stopping working. The corporate office was full with 60 employees yesterday. I left there about 4:30 and people were still working. I know that they will be in the office working on Monday, and they will be back working on the 26th. So they're really not taking time off. I also know our 5 principal owners are flying out to Hong Kong right after Christmas. They've got a bunch of banking and different things to do over there, so that's exciting, getting us all prepared for a strong 2013. I'm aware they've got some big announcements they've got some big announcements to make that we're very, very excited about. I know that Randall Williams, our president of GoFun Places, has been spending some time in Florida. And hint, 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 that travel agency that they're buying is located in Florida. So stay tuned to your back office. So with that, let's get into, there's a couple of different companies that we, the leaders, have all put together that have been approved by corporate, and that is the advertising, one as value, daily ad manager, and real cool ads. And then if you're looking to give away those lifestyle dollars, we've got a couple of companies that provide real customers and real leads. BizCustomers.com, just so you know, we spent a couple of months really looking for a company that was going to deliver real people that were enrolling on your actual landing page that actually are filling it out themselves saying, I want your lifestyle dollars. So when you call and follow up with them and you say, how are those lifestyle dollars working out for you, and do you know how to use them, and do you know the value of them, they will know what you're talking about, or they should know because they're the ones that actually filled out the form. Fun Customers and Real Cool Ads also offer customers as well. All those companies are awesome companies. We love the owners. They're really nice people, and they really care about delivering quality. So that's that. Okay, moving on. Here's the back office right here. So what we want to just go over real quick, and then we're going to dive into the Q&A, is what do you do when you're brand new? When you're brand new, you're going to enroll for free, and we're going to set up and upgrade your account. And you click right here, and oops, I got to log back in.
Hey, Wendy, I'm going to just jump in real quick while you do that. I wanted to just remind everybody, in case anybody joined us late here this morning, welcome to the GoFun Places training call. And again, today we're doing a special one. We're not going to go through the entire back office. We've got some trainings recorded in your GoFun Rewards back office that you can go back, some archived Saturday trainings that you can get a much more comprehensive. If you're brand new and you want to get a comprehensive go through of the back office. This morning we're doing more of a question and answer. So anybody who has a question, go ahead and type it into the Ask a Question box, top left of your screen there, and not customer service issues. If it's something that hasn't happened for you, if you didn't get your reward credits, or if there's some other thing that's going on with your back office technology, then we'll teach you how to do a support ticket, because we are not customer service. We're just field leaders. But I'm noticing that there's also some questions over on the chat. So, and I really appreciate Jamie Strickland, top leader in the company here with us, an incredible guy. Is helping us over on the chat. We appreciate your help there, Jamie. But what we want to do is try and get everybody to focus on the screen. If you could type your questions in the box, and we'll try to make sure we get to them. As many of them as we can this morning. The chat's really more for people to check in, say hello to each other. Let us know where you're checking in from. Really simple stuff, and if there are any leaders like Jamie out there that are helping us, we appreciate that. If you can answer the questions on the chat real simply, we'd appreciate it. So back to you, Wendy.
Okay, great. So again, if you guys can ask a question and type your questions in there, then it won't be so out of control, and just respect that all of us are really trying to streamline it and get to the questions. So the only reason I'm going over this is because we get this question. It's surprising that we get this question so often, but we do get it all the time. How do you enroll after you sign up for a free membership? You simply set up and upgrade your account, and it'll take you through the process. There are several ways that you can pay for your monthly subscription. You can buy your lifestyle dollars and club card package, and it will show you all the options back here, as well as we have a pay to option. We also have another option coming in the beginning of the year, which is going to make it so easy. It's an additional way to pay in or to buy your packages and pay your monthly, as well as it is an additional way to withdraw your funds, and it is going to really streamline this process. One of the things I want to point out here is when you send a money order or a cashier's check, you need to write eAdGear Inc. Do not write it out to GoFun Places. They have absolutely zero way of cashing it. Therefore, they're going to send it back to you, and then you're going to be several weeks behind the curveball, and you're going to be missing out on all those days you could have been earning. So again, really pay special attention to this, because we still have people doing this every single day. They just get excited, and they just write GoFun Places. It's eAdGear Incorporated, and then send it to this address. And make sure you take a little snapshot of your cashier's check or money order before you pop it in the mail. You always want to CYA yourself and have a record, right? It's a tax deduction. So on a daily basis, what we want to do is we want to go in and check our bonuses. And I know that today there is an interesting thing going on with our daily business builder program. And so this is a test account, so it doesn't show what the summary is. However, many of you are showing numbers here in this area that are double what the actual reward and share of the profits was paid out. So it was extremely high. You'll see that reflected here. However, it's just an error in the reflection here. The amount that actually was delivered to your lifestyle dollar account or under your financials, if you're retrieving anywhere from 5 to 60% on a daily basis, then your daily rewards would also be shown under your eCash. Those are the kind of two columns, as well as the daily business builder column. So just know that even though the summary of what you were paid today is showing an extremely high number, what the company actually paid out was the real reward, which is half of the amount that you're seeing. So, okay, we've covered that question. Anyhow, so what you want to do on a daily basis is you want to make sure that your ad is safe. Whether you're using a third party or not, you certainly want to check this and make sure that the company that is posting your ad has posted. Now, I don't doubt for a millisecond that they have posted for you. However, because they're making so many different adjustments on the corporate office, the eAdGear engineers are making a lot of adjustments. We did find that one of the days your third-party advertisers posted, and then eAdGear was making some adjustments and tweaking the system to make it that much better, and it deleted every ad that was posted. So if you didn't catch it, you may have missed out on one day's pay. So just make sure that you check this out and double check. This is so important because you could be losing out on, hundreds of dollars daily, depending on where your rewards are really calculating. Now you want to manage your giveaways, and one of the cool things is the company has actually adjusted this area. So when you set it to whatever dollar amount that you would like to give to customers, and if you set it at the highest, that means you would need one customer. If you look at the total here, if you set it to the highest amount, then you would only need one customer today. Now, if you set it to a lower amount, so you had multiple customers, then of course you'd probably need 3 or 4 customers. Always hit submit after you readjust it, because if you don't hit submit, it won't take your command. Once you get lower than the amount, so let's say we set it at 110, okay? We gave away those dollars to a customer or to a friend or family member or use the social networks or what have you. Then you would have you would have 31 lifestyle dollars remaining. Therefore, your current giveaway amount was defaulting to select your giveaway. Now it defaults to the $25 new value. So as you're marketing and as you've got different links out there and as you're posting and earning lifestyle dollars while you're sleeping in the middle of the night or what have you, or during the day if you've got a team, then if you start to drop below that original amount that you set, it'll automatically default to $25. That means you'll always be giving dollars away, and you won't have to log in so frequently throughout the day, which is awesome. That's a huge improvement. All right, so those are kind of your daily tasks that shouldn't take you more than about 3 minutes to manage your business on a daily basis. That leaves us more time to go build a team, and of course, the people that make the most money on those that build a team, even though it's not mandatory to make good money here, it will grow your business so much faster and your income. So with that, Linton, let's go on over to the Q&A, and let's start with that.
Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to start from the top. Sean Burris comes in with a great question. Will customers actually be able to buy lifestyle dollars and lifestyle cards from our GoFun Places retail site? Right now, all I've heard about is giving these items away as samples. Great question, Sean.
Awesome. Well, Sean, you're absolutely correct. So we are in beta. And as we know with those big Fortune 500 companies like Google, and Apple and so forth, they go through a beta stage for a long period of time. We're going through a beta stage that is compressed into a very short period of time. And as soon as they finish those items on the task list, and I know they have 3 approvals. When we met with them yesterday, they had 3 approvals from 3 different vendors, credit card vendors. But when you open up a large corporate account that's going to have millions of dollars that are lines of credit, it's not an overnight thing. It does take a little while to get those open. So we will have the credit cards coming for our customers. And there will never be a credit card capability or option for any of our affiliates. They will always use the e-wallets or our pay card, our GoFun Places pay card that's going to be coming in the new year. So credit card company is coming eventually. Our customers can use the auction to give away those, or to cash in those lifestyle dollars and buy those big credits. And what we're looking to do as an interim sort of in between, and again, this hasn't been programmed, so there's no date on when they're going to release this, but this is what they shared with us yesterday at the corporate office, is while they're waiting for the credit card processor, which will come sometime probably towards the end of January, they're looking to create the mall, every item in the mall, allow people to use 100% lifestyle dollars. So that'll get us between sort of the upcoming weeks, especially in the beginning of the year through the end of the month when they can actually upload the credit card processor, and that will give our customers the ability to use their lifestyle dollars. Now, just so you know, as soon as those lifestyle dollars expire, do you know what that means for all of us? That means those lifestyle dollars have expired. They're no longer a liability to the company, and that means more profit. We have millions upon millions upon millions of dollars out there, lifestyle dollars, and as soon as they expire or they get used, guess what? The rest is all commission and profit to the company. That means the profits that are being shared on a daily basis will go up because we've got like $15 million out there in the marketplace. So we're looking forward to that 30 days quickly approaching so that some of those lifestyle dollars will expire, and of course the profits will be much larger. So over to you, Winston.
So I'm going to go back to that question. That was an incredible explanation, Wendy. I appreciate that, of what we're doing here with the credit card processor. The question that Sean had, I believe, is will customers actually be able to buy lifestyle dollars and lifestyle cards? And my first response is no, because we wouldn't want them to, because those customers should be always attached to somebody who is giving them lifestyle dollars to go become a customer, to use them as samples, if you will, or coupons. And then if they like the platform, they can buy some lifestyle dollars, but when they do, they become an affiliate and they become your affiliate, and you get to earn off of their efforts moving forward. Is that correct, Wendy? Okay. That from my understanding, that's the answer to the question. The next question is, when would we be able to give more lifestyle dollars to existing customers? From Stosh. It's an ongoing question. It's been coming up more and more frequently. So when would we be able to give more lifestyle dollars to existing customers?
Awesome question, and that is on the task list. So they're working on that task list through the holidays. So hopefully we will see that by the end of this year.
Okay, next question. And some of these, as I said, everybody, if it's a customer service type of an issue, and I don't think we did cover how someone can go in and do a support ticket, we'll do that. Let's do that at the very end. If you have customer support issues, ongoing issues with your particular account, we're not going to answer those here right now. We'll teach you how to make sure you get in and get a customer support ticket started, and we'll give out the customer service number in the last case scenario you want to call. First, you want to try a support ticket. If that doesn't work, then we have people call in. Okay, so I'm just going through these real quick to make sure that there are not customer support issues. Okay, so hey, Robin, your issue in regards to your daily rewards, that's a customer support issue. So we're going to have you do a ticket, because that sounds like it's very specific to your account. Okay, Wade has an example, and I don't know if you can open up, can you see the questions right now, Wendy? Oh, I'll read this here. Okay, so as an example, so Wade has a question. He's giving us an example. We like these types of questions because it makes it very clear. As an example, if I had 200 credit balance and 60 lifestyle dollars to give away, and I gave away 40 of the 60, how would those numbers change? This sounds like, Wade, it sounds like one of those SAT questions that I hated so much in high school. Is that clear to you, Wendy?
All right, Wayne, so if you had 200 credits and you had 60 lifestyle dollars to give away and you gave away 40, well, once you gave away the 40 out of the 60, you would then receive an additional 40 credits. So you would now have a total of 240. When you give away and you take an action, and this is really important because you do not get rewarded unless you take an action. So the behavior of giving them away creates a reward, and that's where you'll see the credits show up.
Great. Okay, Frank Jones. Frank says, do we have access to the slides you are showing? Which slides were we showing? We weren't showing any slides, Frank. We were showing a live back office. It's a sample back office, so it has information there, but it's just basically a dummy site. So those are not slides. So no, you can't get those slides. But if you have a need to do presentations and you need a PowerPoint, you can get that. You want to talk to your active upline. Talk to your active upline to find out how to get the approved corporate presentation slides. Okay, next is A. Carl Clausus. A. Carl Clausus. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce your name there. I apologize. Has the purchase of the travel company been consummated? Great question.
All right. Well, that is an awesome question. I know that's been at the top of everyone's mind, and I would say check your back office during the holidays. You might see a big announcement.
Exciting stuff. All right. Hugh Petit. Hugh Petit. I hope I'm saying it correctly, Hugh. We see you on these all the time. You've been a staple in the helping here with the development of GoFun Places. We always appreciate your input. Hugh Petit says, GFP headquarters needs to police the IP addresses of customers. It's a suggestion from Hugh. It appears some people are. Okay, hang on. Here's Wendy.
All right. I thank you, Hugh, and I think I know where you were going with that, and that is part of the items that are on the task list. So they have the ability to block someone from creating a customer once the IP address has been used. So that has not been turned on. You know, the corporate office just really wanted to be a little bit generous with making sure that everybody kind of got the hang of things. We are in beta mode, but we're quickly going to be moving out of beta mode in the next few weeks and into the full launch. So with that being said, they will be locking it down. So if somebody's at home and they've created a customer, they've got their friends over, and maybe everybody's logging on at the same computer, it could be any day now. Eventually, it will not allow you to do that. However, they will have the Facebook, the Skype, the Twitter. You can log into one of those accounts with your friends hovered around your computer, and because you're in an individual account on one of the social networks, you will be able to create that customer account via that way. But that's coming. It could be tomorrow. I don't know when that will be, but that's definitely going to be shut down.
Awesome. Great observation here. We appreciate that. And any types of observations like that are always very, very much valued, and we take those to our conversations with the principal owners. Okay, Ann Long, welcome to the call here. And what happened with the daily rewards today? The date didn't change. The amount was about twice as much. and Wendy already covered that. I hope that you heard that, Ann. If not, just re-ask the question at the end of the question and answer here. But she did just go through that. Okay, Scott L. Let me just.
All right. Well, we're waiting for Linton to go through. Sometimes it's challenging to read the questions because they're popping up so quickly. So, hey, listen, when I'm just looking over there at some of the chat, I don't want to encourage people asking questions in the chat, but I did notice that there's some confusion as to how frequently we can buy packages and is it mandatory? It is not mandatory to ever buy a package. That is what's so cool about this company. You can get started for free. You can sell a package, make a commission, and when you make a commission, you're going to make a cash commission and you're going to make a matching credit amount. So whatever your commission was, you're going to earn that many credits as well. It's as if you were earning double commission. As soon as you have credits, of course, you're going to want to earn in the daily business builder program on a nightly basis. So you would upgrade yourself to $20, $50, or $100 a month. If you have a team, it doesn't make any sense to be anything less than $100 a month because you're going to earn so much more commission on a daily basis percentage-wise. But you can go out and sell packages, and you're going to earn cash commission and matching credits. So, but a lot of people are buying multiple packages because once they give out their inventory from their first package, they're buying another, and that way their credits are growing that much faster, and they're earning so much more of the profit share with the company.
Awesome. So, next question from Scott. Okay, this is a great question, Scott. Is there a place to get the one Dutch recorded webinar to show a potential new affiliate? So on your GoFun rewards site, there's always a recorded webinar there. Right now, it's Mike Triggers. Each of the presidential in the company right now, there's three of them. Wendy and myself are one. Tiamat Silver Sr. out of Florida is another, and Darren Miller out of Idaho is another. And each of those have a recorded overview. And you're right, Scott. There will be updates continually. But for right now, the best, simplest way is just to send people to your GoFun Rewards back office and have them watch the 20 minutes recorded webinar done by Mike Driggers. So I hope that answered the question. Let me move on here. We're going to try to get to as many of these as we can today. And I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I think the J is silent, so I'm just going to say Macy. Macy out of Poland. And I know you've asked this question before, Macy, so I apologize if no one's ever gotten back to you in regards to this. And I'm guessing that you probably sent in a support ticket. But this is probably more of a support ticket question, I think. I personally don't know. Maybe can you tell us when the option to shipping products to Europe, specifically to Poland, all my people here are waiting to use their lifestyle dollars in the mall. Thank you so much for asking the question. Macy, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I apologize. It's probably incorrect pronunciation. You have any idea, Wendy?
So I'm not sure if we'll ever be sending to Poland. So that is something I can't answer that question. You have to submit a ticket. So go right here, Support Center, and then you're going to scroll up, select a category, type in the subject, send the message here, and submit. And they will be able to get back to you. I do know that if they do not send to your country and that's an item you won in the auction, they will send you 65% of the retail value of that product in cash, and they will usually load it into your back office. So they will reward you And I know that they do have some expansion plans in the future to be able to send a lot of products. In fact, some of the private label products, obviously we have control when we bring in our private label products, which will not be tomorrow, but it is coming. And once we do launch our private label products, we can send them anywhere in the world. So that's super cool, but it's not happening today. So in the interim, just send in that support ticket, and if you are having trouble getting an answer, I would suggest giving a call to the corporate office, and their phone number is 925-251-0888, and ask your upline if you don't have long distance, ask your upline to help you make that phone call, and they'll get the answer for you. Back to you, Linton.
Wendy, could you open up your Word document and just type in that customer service number so people can see it on their screen in case they didn't catch that? So as you can tell, everybody, we try to, as much as possible, keep corporate doing what they do best, and keep them out of a lot of this sort of field-related, all of the field-related questions. There are questions like this one that has been an ongoing question that we have never gotten an answer for. We apologize about that, but that really is a question that we want to take over to corporate. And moving on here, I see that Kachucha Crouch says, Deb from Fernley, Nevada says hello, and Diana from Reno, Nevada says hello. Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for joining us. James suggested we record this. We are recording this, James. This will be posted in your back office, so you'll see. Oh, sorry, I guess not. Okay.
This is a field leadership training on Saturdays. So what happens is we're sharing different third-party vendors and so forth. So this is not going to be posted. However, it's being recorded. So you simply need to ask your upline for the recording, and we'll email it over to you, but it will not be posted on the GoFun Places site because, of course, this is field leadership, but we can get it to you.
Awesome. Okay. Carolyn was asking about, she got on a little bit late, asking about if anything was mentioned about the bonus business builder program. Yes, it was mentioned, Carolyn. Wendy went over that, and yeah, go over it just real quick for us again, Wendy. Thank you.
Okay, Carolyn, so, and this also goes for Hugh, and not the Hugh Petit, but the other Hugh. The daily business builder payout in your summary that shows double the amount that was actually paid out. And so the numbers are doubled. However, what you actually got paid was what was supposed to be paid, which is half of that amount. So everyone thinks that it's extremely high today, double the amount that it usually is, and it's just an error in the reflection in that summary. But when you click on the lifestyle dollars, the eCash, and you go down in the breakdown of where those lifestyle dollars or eCash, depending on how you're taking your reward, you'll see that you got paid the correct amount, which is half of what's being reflected in that summary.
Awesome, Wendy. Salito is asking, for prospects concerned with long-term sustainability or legal compliance, how do you address these concerns? That's a great question, Sal. I can handle that one. What I can tell you, Sal, is that the principal owners of this company, all 5 of them, come to the table with different backgrounds and different skill sets. 2 of them, as you know, if you've watched any of the recorded webinars or been on any of the informational webinars, we've got a platform here that has paid attention to the industry, paid attention to the shifts in this industry and this pay structure. The difference in the pay structure is that we have a profit share, a daily reward payout, and that's where some of the concerns, came up in the past with some other companies that did a similar thing. And what I can tell you is that the 5 principal owners of this company have been paying attention. They brought in the legal counsel necessary to get the right advice on how to roll this out from the get-go. There was another company that was doing something that was paying in the same way that we are, and ultimately they had some legal problems. And I personally believe it was because they weren't paying attention to their legal counsel. And I can tell you that our 5 principal owners have been paying attention to the legal counsel. We brought in the firm of Jerry Nira. The Jerry Nira firm, the legal firm that represents some of the biggest network marketed companies in the world. One thing that I heard Teal Silver Sr. say the other day was that of all the companies that legal firm represents, none of them that started with their counsel that they helped to launch has ever been shut down. The previous company I was just mentioning brought them in at the end to try and save them, and unfortunately it was too late. So the principal owners here have paid attention, and they've brought in the right legal counsel. We've got some of the smartest people leading this ship that we've ever met, and we're very, very excited about that. So hopefully that helps, Sal. We're going to move on to Sharon. Sharon Dia, can we talk about strategy for earning if you started with a small amount? This is a great question, Sharon. Can we talk about strategy for earning if you started with a small amount? There are some people that want to start low since they have been burned. And that's kind of related to what I was just talking about. There's some other companies that have been doing similar things. There's an interesting tie into these two questions and an interesting perspective, and that is, I was telling you at the beginning that this industry has been, as all industries are, they're constantly evolving and changing and hopefully getting better, right? And I personally believe that this industry has gotten a lot better for the average people out there, because we've been in this industry long enough to know, and we've seen it over and over again, that what seems to happen is with a lot of companies, especially the ones that have been around for a long time, it looks and seems as though like 3 to 5% of the people in the company earn 95% of the income. So you've got these top earners, and then there's a whole big gap in between. There's really no middle class, if you will. And here now, finally, we've got people that can come into this platform. They can start earning daily. They can start earning these daily rewards, and they can, whether you start with a $150 package or you start with $12,500, all the places in between people can earn. And so, to kind of tie it back to Sal's observation there in regards to the legal and compliance issues, what's so exciting about this is that, Sharon, you actually, as you know, obviously you know this, but you want to have a better way to talk to your team about it. What we tell people is, what I tell people on a daily basis, I say, look, whatever is comfortable for you. Do not take money out of your children's childhood education fund. Do not take money out of your 401k. This is money that is what we would call discretionary income. And so fund your account to whatever it is that you're comfortable with, and then you can start earning daily. Now, obviously, in this industry, one of the biggest pieces here is the ability to leverage, the ability for the average person to create above average income. That always occurs with what we call leverage, and so what you have to do is just talk to more people. So that's really the advice you're sharing. Tell them that they just need to talk to more people. If those people that they're talking to aren't comfortable coming in at the $5,000 level, have them come in at the $750 package, right? And here's something that I shared on the webinar yesterday, and that is that if you're about to start your business, if you were going to, right now, if you went to your CPA and you said, look, I'm sick and tired of this rat race. I'm sick and tired of spending 2 hours a day in my car going back and forth to work. I know that more than likely I might have to do that for a little bit longer, but I want to have my own business. And your CPA said, well, okay, then there's a number of choices. What do you want to do? Do you want to have a franchise? Do you want to start a business from scratch? Do you want to, create a new product or a service? How do you want to do this? One way or another, I can guarantee you it's going to cost some money. It's going to cost some money, right? If you did it, Subway sandwich is going to cost you about $250,000. If you did a McDonald's, about $1 million just to get started, right? If you did a little flower shop, how much would it cost? Probably, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand. I don't know. There's thousands of different ways you can look at starting your own business. There's hundreds of benefits to starting your own business, including some of the tax breaks. We don't give that type of advice here, but talk to your CPA about that. But if you're going to start your own business and you want to earn money from that business, you're going to have to put some money up front. And so, I appreciate your observation there, Sharon, about how some people have gotten burned in the past. What you can share with them is what I shared with you about how the company has really paid attention. They were watching this industry and how the shifts were occurring. And an interesting observation also about the industry in general is that, 20-something years ago, 20, maybe almost 30 years ago, there was a new development in the industry, and it was called the binary. And if you've been around this at all and you've heard the different lingo that people use to describe comp plans, or maybe you've been part of one, when the binary first was introduced, there was a number of companies that actually got shut down because the attorneys general and the Federal Trade Commission and all the governing bodies that look at these types of things, especially here in the United States, we have the most strict laws, by the way, in the world. If you can do business here in the U.S. and you can do it legally and compliantly with a sustainable model, which is what Sal was asking about, then you can ultimately pretty much do it anywhere in the world, as far as I know. And so that's what's exciting about this, is we are doing that here with GoFun Places. And as I said, that binary model, there was a few companies that shut down, but then as time went by and the companies perfected the binary, and they perfected the way to explain it, and they perfected the way to make sure that people weren't saying things that weren't true out there, and make sure they had compliant type of language. That's exactly what we've been doing here. When you listen to our calls, when you listen to anybody that is, any of the top earners in this company, when you hear their calls, you never hear them talking. You don't hear non-compliant language. When we were part of that as a company, when we heard that of the non-compliant language, I heard that from leaders in the company. I knew that company was going to have problems because I heard people saying things that were just completely out of compliance. Hopefully you haven't heard that. If you do, we'd love to hear your feedback. If there are people out there that are saying stuff that's not true, or that are putting our company in jeopardy, we want you to give us that feedback. Hopefully that helps, Sharon. Ultimately, the long answer to the very short question is go recruit. Go recruit, go recruit. If you can only start at 150, but you bring in somebody that can start at 500 or 1,500, now you're starting to create some leverage. Or you bring in 10 people that start at 150, right? Now you're starting to create some leverage because you're earning daily rewards, not only on your own lifestyle lives you've given away, but you're also going to be earning daily rewards based on their efforts as well. Simple stuff. Go talk to more people, share it with more people, and you can really leverage. And when another quick example of that is when we were originally working in this type of a model, we of course built a team, and we had days where our daily rewards were pretty substantial. We were watching the rewards we were getting from our team, and there were days where we were making more from the efforts of our team than we were from our daily rewards. That's exciting, because that's the potential that we have here. Okay, Heather Brown, how can you give away more lifestyle dollars to a person you have already given a small amount? I believe we've already covered that. Is that right, Wendy? Coming on the task list, that's one of the recurring questions. Great question, Heather. Robin was not paid. Let's see. It's paid through December 18th, Robin. Kathy says, what is the name of the URL? Third party. Okay. Wendy's going to put up the third parties again for you. Johnny, what is the breakdown on the daily overrides? If your account is set at 60%, what part goes to eCash and what part goes to lifestyle dollars?
60% goes to your eCash and 40% goes in your lifestyle dollars. And if you have a team, that means that your overrides, 60% of your overrides are going to your cash account, your eCash, and 40% are showing as your overrides. So if you do have a team and you set your lifestyle dollars and you go into bonuses, then click lifestyle dollars. That's where the drop-down menu can be viewed and adjusted. If you take anything out to pay yourself so that it goes into your eCash, that also affects your override. So if you're looking at your daily business builder program tab, if you click on bonuses and then click on your daily business builder tab, up at the very top has a summary, and you'll see your team overrides. Well, if you're taking some money out and putting it towards your eCash account, then that will lower your overrides total that you view, but it doesn't mean that your overrides are being lowered. It just means That's what is being reflected there as your overrides are only reflecting the amount of lifestyle dollars you're receiving as overrides. You are earning the other portions in eCash. It's just not reflecting both like the daily rewards are, and that's another item on the task list because we've had a lot of questions saying my overrides are off. I'm taking, 5% out in eCash, but I think I should be earning more in overrides. Well, you're still earning the correct amount. It's just not displaying the full amount. So I just wanted to also touch on the compliance. Linton, you did an awesome job. I love how you put together that strategy and a little bit of general philosophy around our industry. The compliance course will be rolled out in the new year, and it's going to be with Kevin Grimes. And many of you guys are familiar. He does an excellent job with educating all of us regarding the most current laws around network marketing, multi-level marketing, and we'll be rolling out his program in the new year. Back to you, Linton.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Let's see. Arlene is she had some challenges with the Pay-to purchasing in the mall. Arlene, this is more of a customer service thing. Okay, Wendy, you can jump in.
Awesome. So right now, Pay-to is not hooked up to your mall. I know that it looks like it is, but it's not. You can either use your eCash. So tonight or this afternoon, you can go into, let me show you. You can go right here to your bonuses. And then from your bonuses, oops, it logged me out. You can set your bonuses to, your lifestyle dollars. If you click on bonuses and click on lifestyle dollars, set your amount to 60% withdraw, and then you're going to have some eCash available so that you can use your own lifestyle dollars and pay the remainder with your eCash available. That's the only way to check out as of right now. So there's nothing wrong with Pay-to. In fact, once we get used to using Pay-to, believe me, we've had to jump through some hurdles with them, but man, it pays out consistently. Anyone taking a small paycheck for themselves, you can upload it to your pay card, and they now have a VIP card with no limit. Really cool. You have to pay for that card. It's like $30 or something. But once you get paid, instantly you can transfer that money to that card, and you can go put it in an ATM and withdraw the money. And it acts as a checking account. Or you can wire. It takes anywhere from 2 to 5 days to wire. It is the fastest system out there that you currently have available, and it only costs $7 to wire it to your personal bank account. And we have an even faster system that will be introduced in the new year. Back to you, Linton.
Thank you, Wendy. All right. Hopefully I answered your question, Arlene. Jamie says, appreciate Jamie Strickland here on the line, one of the top people in the whole company now, is saying, is the development team aware that people cannot buy bids with 25 and ask for credit cards? Is the development team aware that people cannot buy bids with 25 and ask for a credit card?
You cannot buy anything with a credit card. So, Jamie, I'm not sure if you can ask the question if I'm not understanding it, but you cannot. We don't have any credit card availability at all, even though the credit card picture is in your auction and it appears that we would be able to use a credit card, but we cannot. So that is forthcoming. So when you do give away lifestyle dollars, make sure you're giving 25 if you can. That way your customers can go ahead and exchange that 25 lifestyle dollars for a $25
I think what Jamie's saying is that you don't have the option to buy 25 bids using 25 lifestyle dollars. We'll take a look. We'll take a closer look at that, Jamie. Appreciate the question. Wendy's going to go test it as we speak. She's going to go over there and test it right now. Okay, David Wolf, will we have a preferred customer option? Not certain what you mean about that. Preferred customer option with this platform. Maybe
So we already do have a preferred customer. I mean, when someone becomes your customer, you know what's going to be cool is when they do get through this task list that they're working on, and Francis tells me that the eAdGear engineers should have our task list, that we combined all your input, and we delivered it 2 weeks ago, that it should be complete by the end of the year. Now, the credit card will not be up by the end of the year. That's the one thing that will take a little bit longer, but we've already talked about some of the in-between offerings that they're going to do with the mall and making a lot of items 100% purchasable via lifestyle dollars while they're going through that process of getting the credit card up. Once they allow us to give existing customers additional lifestyle dollars, then we will be able to reward our customers. Let's say you just gave them 50 lifestyle dollars. They went on to the mall, they purchased something for $100, maybe they applied 50 of those lifestyle dollars towards that $100 purchase. They're excited. You want to go back and reward them by giving them more lifestyle dollars so that they can continue to shop at a discount. We will certainly be able to do that in the future. That is the whole mission of the company, and I would say that that's a preferred customer.
All right, absolutely. I would say you're correct. We do already have it. Katucha, hopefully I said it correctly. Katucha, Crouch. When will customers be able to upgrade to affiliate instead of having us have them come back and having them sign up as an affiliate? Appreciate that question. I can tell that you're a little bit frustrated, Katucha. So a simple way for customers to just click a button and upgrade to affiliate. I believe that was that was on the task list, wasn't it, Wendy? Yes, it's on the task list, Katucha. So it is coming. We will make sure we stay on top of that. But I absolutely agree with you. So that's something we want to pay attention to. Clarence, let me read this one for a second.
Okay, so let me just jump in here. Jamie, so listen, I just used 25 lifestyle dollars to buy the $25 bid pack, and it worked. So maybe if it's not working on your user account that you're testing it with, I would submit a ticket because it's working fine. I just did it here live. Then also, the in-between, the workaround for right now until there's an upgrade button, just to let everyone know that your customer has their username and email that they've created to get free lifestyle dollars or that condominium card. When they become an affiliate, they do not have to wait for that upgrade button. They simply go over to your GoFun Rewards with your username and they enroll, and they'll have to use a different email and create a different username. And then once they create that new username, they can send in their cashier's check, but make sure you put the affiliate username, not the customer username. And we've got a lot of customers sending in a lot of money and putting their customer username on their cashier's check. So we know people are not that familiar with how to do it right now until there's an upgrade button. So that's how we're doing it currently.
Okay, I'm just paying attention to the chat. Some people are over on the chat talking about the same topic. Kerry Rodney, one of our top leaders out of Seattle, has also jumped in. We appreciate his feedback. Very, very incredible affiliate marketer and network marketer who understands this platform very well. Is helping to answer the questions on the chat. We appreciate that. And Jamie's chiming in over there as well. So why don't you guys do this? I know that you're chatting over there. Why don't you, if we didn't answer the question, put it into the question and answer, and we'll get to it here at the end. If we didn't get to that, hopefully Wendy answered it all just now. Okay. Clarence has a question. Please explain the process. Clarence Thompson has a question. Please explain the process for getting customers from bizcustomers.com. Will we have the option to place customers as needed? How long before you receive your customers from bizcustomer.com once the order is made? Please give as much info as possible. That might be the topic for a Biz Customers webinar to come in the future. What do you think, Wendy?
Before we go on to that question, Jamie, let's let customer service know that if you have the exact amount, I was just trying to get the lifestyle dollar amount down to try out your theory. I trust you that you know what you're talking about. Just send in the support ticket so that we know that this is an issue. And the more the more support tickets that have the same topic, it'll speak volumes, and the support people will certainly let the eAdGear engineers know what's going on, and that it needs to be programmed so that if you give away 25 lifestyle dollars is all that you need in order to exchange them for that 25 bid pack. And right now, Jamie's saying that it'll only work if they have 26 lifestyle dollars. For some reason, you need one additional dollar in order to buy the amount. So we will let them know, and Jamie, if you can also let them know, we'll put that together. Or 26 plus. Okay, great, Jamie. All right, Lindsay, can you read some more?
Yeah, let's go back to this one. This is kind of, I think this is pretty important, but I don't know if we're going to answer it here. Clarence Thompson, please explain the process for getting customers from Biz customers. Will we have the option to place customers as needed? How long before you receive your customers from Biz customers once the order is made?
Yeah, so just real quick, I would jump on to the bizcustomers.com site. Yes, you can deliver them, within a couple of hours, completely fulfilled, and you can have them, you can manage them. So if you only need one a day, you can release one a day, and I think that a lot of the programs are kind of like that. So get on to bizcustomers.com. and just shoot them a support ticket or call them. There's a phone number. You can just pick up the phone and call them, and they'd be happy to share with you how they're bringing in real customers to fill out your landing page, and you're in control of how many customers you get. Do you want them going to your condo card? Do you want to give them to a teammate? Do you want the customer to receive lifestyle dollars? It's a pretty advanced system, and again, it's a huge network with over 50,000 websites. They have a specific marketing campaign for GoFun Places, and they get 1.5 million visitors on a daily basis around the globe. Right now they're focused in the United States, but if you're in another country, they can focus your leads coming in from whatever country you'd like them to come in from, so that when you give them a call, they're more of your local market. All right, back to you, Linton.
Great information here this morning, everybody. We've got a number. We're going to continue because we've got more questions coming in, and as I said, we wanted to make it a special call at the end here and just try to get as many of these questions answered. Something just popped up in my mind when Wendy was talking about those customers that are coming in from some of our third-party vendors, and it relates back to Sal's question about the compliance. How do you talk to people about the compliance? We are finding real customers. We have a real product and service. We have a real company. We have incredible products and services. Wendy and I went onto our mall and ordered like $2,100 worth of a product, and we only had to spend a couple $100 out of pocket. We've already received, I think, all of those products from our mall. We got this. We went on. We played the. We've been playing the auction over time. I haven't won anything yet, but I haven't spent a ton of time on the auction. I know there are people out there who have won the auction. I know people that have already booked their condo stay. We have a real company. We have real products and services, and we have real customers. And it kind of goes back to one of the observations that was made earlier on. I think it was a question or just an observation from, I think it was Hugh, saying that we need to make sure that people are, real. What is a real customer? A real customer is somebody who has a URL. We define it here as somebody who has a separate URL. In the future, they'll be able to log in with their Facebook, their Twitter account, or their Facebook, Twitter, or Skype. Because of the way that Facebook, Twitter, and Skype do their platforms, especially Facebook. Facebook, I suppose you could go on and you could create multiple Facebook accounts, but Facebook is really smart about making sure that you are who you are. You don't see a lot of people that are defrauding Facebook and setting up multiple accounts and their multiple personalities, if you will. So that's what's exciting about the GoFun Places platform. We are finding real customers. A customer is somebody who's a real person who has a URL or a Facebook or Twitter or MySpace or Facebook, Twitter, or Skype account, and they are actually receiving these lifestyle dollars. They actually receive them. If people receive the lifestyle dollars and they don't spend them within 30 days, as Wendy mentioned earlier, they will expire. right? So it's not like the company's giving away an ongoing liability. The people that receive these real customers will have 30 days to spend on one of our platforms. So that's one of the best ways, in my opinion, to talk about the sustainability and the ongoing, continuing in this company. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. Jane Ferguson, if I purchase customers, will giving lifestyle dollars be automated in the future? And the answer to that simply, I think, Jane, is no. We would never want to automate that process. I believe, just intuitively, I think that would undermine our compliance model if you were automatically giving away those lifestyle dollars. Okay, next question. Cindy Joy, why does the auction not allow people to use all of their lifestyle dollars to purchase goods? If some remain after a package purchase, one cannot go back in to buy more. Only a credit card option is available. I think we just were covering that, Cindy. That was that ongoing discussion. Hopefully that covered your question. I'm going to read this one here before I read it out loud. Stand by. Sharon has a very detailed question about lifestyle dollar totals for today. Hopefully, hey Sharon, if we didn't cover it, please let us know and re-ask the question. Go in and re-ask, and we'll get to it at the end. Your question, Sharon, about the lifestyle dollars for today, I think we kind of covered that one already. Hadass Rossinier, do the customers we sign in get a message from the company, or should we bring the fact to their knowledge? Great question, Hadass. Let me ask it again here for Wendy. She was getting distracted over there.
I was getting distracted with the Coach auction. Oh my gosh, the wallet.
Wendy's on the auction trying to bid on the Coach wallet. Okay, Hadass says, do the customers we sign in get a message from the company, or should we bring the fact to their attention, to their knowledge? Great question, Hadass. Did you get it?
Hey, everybody, that's a really great question. And again, that's on our task list. As of right now, they do not receive a welcome email from the company saying, congratulations, you have received XYZ dollars, and your username is, and your password is, and by the way, you've got 30 days to spend your lifestyle dollars, so hurry up. Go spend those lifestyle dollars before they expire. However, that is coming, and so I know that they already have an email, a general email already written. I also know that those customers also have like a whole automated autoresponder email campaign that comes free with their service. So they're kind of supplying that as well, and I'm sure that other companies that offer customers may also have something like that. Those third-party companies, they're really great companies. All of us have worked with one or multiple of the third-party companies in the past, and that's why they're a part of our third-party vendors, and they understand what our ultimate goal is out here in the field, and so they are contributing in a great way to help you grow your business as automatic and systematically as we possibly can make it. So back to you, Winston.
Okay, and again, Jared Bruno is asking us if it's being recorded. It is being recorded, Jared, but it won't be put up onto the GoFun Rewards site. You need to get in touch with your active upline, find out how you can get a hold of the recording. Next, Robin. She's just commenting about the chat. 1 second here, I got to read this one.
And Carrie, thanks so much for chiming in. Carrie, you can send people to your customers to the auction. The sooner our lifestyle dollars expire, the higher the profits get returned to the company, and that means the profit pool goes up. So those lifestyle dollars are going to expire. They've been well over 30 days for many people, so I would strongly encourage, if you want your customers to go to the auction, have them use their lifestyle dollars in the auction. The malls are going to quickly, over the upcoming sort of days towards the end of the year, they're going to, from what we understand, they're going to create many items, lower priced items in the mall that will be 100% purchasable with lifestyle dollars. So that's coming too. So just wanted to let everybody be aware of that. If you send someone to your mall, right now the customers cannot utilize it. It really is just for affiliates. They've worked on all the bugs. They're excited that now they really can start introducing it to customers. So thanks, Carrie, for your input.
Okay, and Hugh Petit is commenting about an answer I made. In your answer about customers buying lifestyle dollars, you said they won't need lifestyle dollars in the mall since they'll be able to use credit card balance due, but in auction they must buy lifestyle dollars in order to buy bid point packages. Okay, appreciate that clarification, Hugh. I think you are 100% correct. You do have to buy bid points. You do have to buy bids in order to play in the auction. Okay, next is Jane Ferguson. Does it matter what time of the day we give our lifestyle dollars? That's an interesting question. I haven't heard that one yet. Sorry, guys, we're reviewing the question.
Let's say 5 o'clock Pacific. You should give your lifestyle dollars out by 5 o'clock Pacific. That's 8 o'clock on the East Coast. And for all you Australians and people from Poland, I'm not sure, get on a world clock there. And it should be 5 o'clock Pacific so that your maximum credits for that day will be used to calculate your profits 2 days later when they're reflected in your back office.
Awesome. Okay. Jim Wassel, will we be able to eventually use our lifestyle dollars we repurchase with our credits to purchase lifestyle club cards to give away? It would be nice to give someone a lifestyle card and also give them lifestyle dollars to use on a trip. Very good observation, Jim. Those are the types of topics that are going to come up in the 2013. Once we get all of the top topics covered and all of our top list of items fixed, then we're going to go into some deeper, more subtle ways to help market the platform. But for now, that's probably beyond the scope of a pro. I mean, not beyond their scope, but just it wouldn't be it's not on the list just yet. But keep tuned, keep us up to date on that one. Remind us down the road if you wouldn't mind.
All right, but you could, if you wanted, you could set your daily reward to 60% cash, and then you could use your cash. Let me see if I can get back to that. You could use your cash to purchase that lifestyle, your eCash to purchase that lifestyle club card.
Okay, and then Vicki Hines said, will you teach us how to do that kind of enrollment when the time comes? Vicki, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you want to ask it again at the end, and we'll get to it at the end, clarify what the question was. Tom Makowski, getting ready to start growing my team. I just can't explain this very well. Affiliates must have a total personal group sales volume, personal PGSV of 1%. More based up on their, okay, here comes Wendy to answer. Let's read the entire question so everybody knows what the question is, because they're not seeing the question, and Wendy's going to answer. So Tom, I believe, Tom from Poland, getting ready to start growing my team. I just can't explain this very well. Affiliates must have a total personal group sales volume of 1% or more based upon their reward credit balance. Is that every month or every 100 days? Totally lost. Thanks for the question, Tom. We appreciate your candidacy.
That is a monthly basis, so that is an awesome question. It's not it has not gone into effect quite yet, but because we're still in this very beta stage, but we're very excited because everybody's earning. So anyhow, that is a monthly requirement, and as it goes into effect, you'll hear more and more about it on the presentations. So the requirement is 1% of your personal sales volume. That means if you're paying a monthly of $20, $50, or $100, that goes towards that qualification. If you have customers that spend money in their mall or on the auction or book a trip, then that whatever dollar amount they spend counts and goes towards that 1%. If you have personally sponsored people and you've built a team, their monthly subscription counts towards raising that amount that you qualify for that month. And as they purchase through their own mall, because, again, this model is tremendous, we get paid to shop through the mall. It's so cool. We get paid to spend our own lifestyle dollars when we use them personally to go shopping or use them in the auction or book travel. We receive 1/2 credit, and we earn on that credit for 100 days. So there's a high probability you're probably going to earn more from those credits than what you used in lifestyle dollars. So this is an incredible system. So that 1%, what does that 1% apply to? Now, they wanted to put this in place because this is all about rewarding the people that are helping to make the company successful. If you come on board and you go to work and then step away for a year, let's say, and don't do anything, then you're going to be capped out at a certain amount. But if you do just a little bit of work and you have a small team that's paying their monthly, you're paying your monthly, and you're shopping through your mall, if you've got a lot of credits, then, why wouldn't you want to save some money and shop through your own mall? So you're not going to get capped off. So let's say you're paying $100 a month. Then that means you can earn up to 10,000 credits. So 1% of 10,000 is 100. So you have contributed $100 a month. So that means your credits can grow to 10,000, and you're going to continue to earn daily. Let's say you've got 12,000 credits, but you don't have a team. You've never shopped through your mall or spent any additional dollars outside of the $100 a month. So that means even though you've got 12,000 credits, the company is going to base your daily reward at 10,000. So how would you up that? Simply go shop through your mall or share this with someone else and start growing a team. So if your credits are going to a very high amount or above 10,000, maybe you're getting closer to 50,000, or what if a couple months from now you've got 100,000? Well, if you've got 100,000 credits, there's a high probability you're probably making 1,000 lifestyle dollars or more per day. So why don't you just go use one day out of the whole 30 days worth of lifestyle dollars and go spend them in your mall? Go buy some awesome stuff, and now you're going to be set to have your daily rewards go all the way up to over 100,000 credits, and you'll be set. So that's how this comp plan is designed so that they continue to reward and share the profits with the people that are contributing most. Back to you, Linton.
Awesome. Great question, Tom. Appreciate that. And Vicki says, does that package have to be one with condo cards, or after the first package, can you buy just lifestyle dollars and still get paid twice, like with the packages?
That's an awesome question. So the comp plan is designed to only pay cash commissions and matching credit when you buy the premier packages. Everyone has to start off with buying a premier package, and so their first package is going to be $150 or above. But then on a daily basis, most people are spending their money that they earn maybe from their overrides, or they may be taking a little bit of money out, and they're using their eCash to buy additional lifestyle dollars or club cards. And the comp plan is not designed to pay double commission when you're buying individual lifestyle dollars or condo cards. is designed to pay both a commission, cash commission, and matching credit. When somebody on your team, in your downline, buys a Premier package. When they buy multiple Premier packages, you earn those commissions anytime they buy a Premier package. However, right now, it's not differentiating the difference between the two. Corporate is well aware of this, that when people buy individual lifestyle dollars or an individual club card, the sponsor and the 6 people above that person that has made that purchase are earning both cash commission as well as matching credit. We made them aware of this the first day that we began, or the second day that we began, and that is something that's going to be corrected any day now. But for right now, it is paying both ways, but that's not going to continue going forward. That was never in the game plan, a part of the comp plan. So back to you, Linton.
Okay. And if anybody's having trouble hearing on the computer, chat on the chat box and let us know. I was just checking over on the meeting side. I wasn't hearing, so hopefully we're still broadcasting on the webinar. Johnny Stewart, why was the rewards too much last night? I think we covered that one, Johnny. Hopefully you got the answer there. Wendy covered that in the body of the training. Dorothy, I currently have only 55 lifestyle dollars. How much do you think I should give away? All of it. You want to give away all of your lifestyle dollars, Dorothy, as quickly as you can so you can start earning, because the dollar for dollar, for every dollar you give away, you're going to get 1 reward credit, which you'll start to earn on. So give them all away, start earning, and you'll have more to give away as you continue to earn. Jane, are there shipping charges to Bahrain? Good question. I don't know the answer. I'm sure that there are. There's got to be, Jane. That's a good question for customer service. Do a support ticket and ask them specifically, shipping to Bahrain, what is the shipping charge if we actually do ship there, and if not, when will we? Good question. And if you wouldn't mind, Jane, report back to us here on the Saturday training and let us know the answer. We appreciate that. Hugh.
Real quick, just in regards to the shipping, anybody that has not checked out their mall, it's so cool. I would highly suggest that you go give it a test drive, because right now shipping is free. Shipping is free for the areas that they do ship to, and so you might as well take advantage of that, and I believe that will be changing at the end of the year. It won't always be free shipping. I know that it's at least free shipping in the United States and a few other countries. So again, customer service can help you with which countries and which vendors send to those countries. But at least for the United States people, take advantage of the free shipping that's currently in effect.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Hugh mentioned a comment. You might want to remind them of the 65% cash option instead of shipping. Okay, Hugh, can you clarify that? I'm not sure what that is in regards to. Robin, by the way, Biz Customers is the best. Mary is awesome. Robin loves Biz Customers. There are a number of third-party vendors. You don't have to go with any particular one, but a lot of people seem to enjoy the experience there with Biz Customers. Jared Bruno. Jared's asking for recording. Jared, send me, Jared, chat with me. Oh, you put it there. I've got your email. We'll send you a copy of the recording. Okay, Diana, please send my recorded, and Diana wants it as well. Okay, we'll send it to you as well. Hugh is noticing that the December 19th numbers were not exactly double. They just posted December 20th, came in on top of previous 19th. Appreciate the feedback there, Hugh. Always on top of things. Sal. Oh, Jerry. Okay, Sal's asking about the name of our legal counsel, and it's Jerry Nira. And I don't know how to spell it. I think Wendy can probably help us.
It's Jerry Nira and Rick Walk. And then Kevin Grimes is doing the compliance. So if anyone's familiar with his very intense, very educational compliance course, that's coming out in the new year. Nira, I don't know, Near, I don't know. Just Google it.
Try to find it on Google there, Sal. Do it now and then get back to us if you can find it. Let us know. Nira, Nerha, I think it is. Sorry, we don't know how to spell it, but we'll try to figure it out. Or you can help us out. Oh, Sal has another good question. Do you think the Mercedes-Benz car bonus will be a rank requirement or a production requirement?
We can think about it all we want, but in the new year, I know that the first call of the new year, the Monday night first call of the new year, which will be likely January 7th. January 7th will be the Update Corporate Executive Team call. They are going to be rolling out so much awesome information, so stay tuned, and it will be a combination of both. It's going to be based on points, but how do you get the points to go towards that lifestyle bonus will greatly be determined by how many credits you have, and how many it could also be determined by if you're at a certain rank or something of the sort. So let's just wait for corporate to define that so that we don't overanalyze it to that.
All right. Next question. Gary Coleman, if I'm getting one customer per day, how many minimum lifestyle dollars should I be giving away in order to earn income daily? I'm trying to figure out the best dollars per customer ratio. Sorry, guys, we're analyzing the question. Stand by.
Well, you should give away as many lifestyle dollars as you possibly can. And so it all depends on your strategy. I would get with your sponsor. So if your strategy is to, have limited customers, then give all of your lifestyle dollars per day to one customer. And if there are more than 300 lifestyle dollars you're earning on a daily basis, then of course you'll need 2 customers. Now, if you want and you have a big network, or you want to buy a lot of customers that are relatively inexpensive, then you're going to spend a little bit more on buying customers, or just make sure you have a good large network, and you can give them, maybe 50 lifestyle dollars to each customer on a daily basis. I would say that once we've got the ability to spend lifestyle dollars on the mall for customers, that would be when you might want to have more customers. As of right now, I would probably try and give as many lifestyle dollars to the least amount of customers until the mall is 100% ready for customers.
Fantastic. I found the spelling of Nira. It's Nehra, and you can Google it. It's the law offices of Nira and Wack, Rick Wack, Waak. So Jerry Nira, Jerynehra, and right on the front page of their website, it talks about how no company that has ever retained this firm before launch has been shut down by a regulator, and that's exactly what we did. Our 5 principal owners, being the smart men that they are, retained the services of Jerry Nira and his partner, Rick. And so exciting to know that we've got things in place here. Okay, back to the chat here, back to the questions. And Sal, we really appreciate this, Sal. This is exciting. Sal has a testimony to share. Sal Lito, quick testimony. I started with just 150 pack, and that's it. I'm now almost up to 4,000 reward credits, and by next week I'll be over 5,000. So it's possible to start small and go big. I'm assuming that Sal has been recruiting. I'm guessing that that's how you've grown your rewards to that level, and that's how you do it. That's how we do it here. The average person can create above average income in this industry. It just takes some effort and that's exactly what Sal's out there doing. So congratulations. Great story, Sal. Thank you for sharing that. Wade Cowart, can you explain the pros and cons of clicking the box regarding your upline and the giveaway dollars? Very good question. That's one for Wendy.
Well, when you check that box, that means that when your team has customers come to their landing page, and if they are out of lifestyle dollars, then it'll draw from your lifestyle dollars. So it will help you give away your lifestyle dollars. It's going to help your team so that whenever anyone comes to their site, they're not going to be empty-handed. They're spending money on marketing, and you want to support your team. So that checkbox means that you're allowing your downline, if they're out of lifestyle dollars and someone clicks on their landing page, it will search upline. It'll search and remove or utilize your lifestyle dollars. So we have ours checked. It's a complete personal thing. You'll get the credit, and your downline will get to keep the customer. And, you know, with this model and with the value of the lifestyle dollars, we're hoping that lots of our customers will want to come back again and again and again. So that's the value of working together as a team with the downline and the upline.
Fantastic. Okay, next question. Jerry's asking us to define override on the screen. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Jerry. If that's still a question, Jerry, go ahead and type it in again. We'll get to it at the end. Let's see.
So here's the override, just real quick. So obviously this is a dummy account, so we don't have something active to show you. But if this person had a team, then the daily overrides would be right here. This is the most aggressive comp plan I have seen in the marketplace for anyone that builds a team. It's very rewarding. As your team earns every single night, you can earn up to 6 levels deep. 12% on the first level, 5% on the second, and 1% on the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth levels. So that means every single day, let's say you have people earning $100 a day. Then if you're earning 12%, then that's an additional $12 to you times 30 days. That's a lot of money. That's over $300 a month additional just because you're helping somebody that's earning $100 a day. Now, when you go down the different levels, the percentages correlate with what level they land on, and so it's extremely, extremely rewarding, and this is where you'll find it. One thing I want to point out, if you click on your lifestyle dollars and you're taking, you know, let's say 25% out in eCash, well, when you click on your business builder bonus program, your overrides here will equate right in this area. It'll show you 75% because that's how many lifestyle dollars you're earning. The other 25% is hidden. They're aware of this. They're going to break it out and do sort of repeat what they've done here for your daily rewards where it's allocated to lifestyle dollars and eCash, but they haven't programmed it to be broken out here. So the amount of lifestyle dollars you earned will be here. The other 25%, you would have to go to your financials. And then once you go there, click on your eCash, and you would see that other 25% from all those people you earned on during the evening as override. When someone buys a package, if they're within your 6 levels, depending on what rank you are, you're going to earn cash commission as well as matching credits. Huge, 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 huge. So back to you, Linton.
Thank you. And I just jumped over on the chat there, and Carrie was observing that I was pronouncing the name of the other lawyer, Rick. It's spelled W-A-A-K, but it's pronounced Walk. So Rick Walk. Appreciate that, Carrie. And there's someone else posted up the link to their website on the chat. If you go back to the chat, you can see their website. Okay, Alan has a great question. Alan Moss, if we have a really awesome product and we want to get it on the mall, how do we go about it? He says he's looked on the back office, there's nothing there. So, Alan, right now is not the time. That's the short answer to that question. It's not never. It's just not now, and I'll tell you why. Because we really want to keep Mike Driggers, our Vice President and Director of Marketing, focused on making sure that the vendors we have right now are doing what they need to be doing. He's got a stack of vendors that he needs to analyze. He brought in some buyers, brought in some people to help manage that process. What we want to do is get our task list complete, and then we'll start to come back around with the potential vendors. So in the future, we'll start to talk about that again. But I will share with everybody, if you do have a vendor or you have some sort of a product that you'd like to try and get onto a mall, there's some very specific and fairly strict guidelines, and it starts with the fulfillment. They need to be able to handle the masses. They need to be able to fulfill. There are lots and lots of great products out there, but if they all of a sudden got 10,000 orders tomorrow, they would not be able to fulfill those orders. So they need to be scalable very quickly. They need to be able to fulfill. They also need to be able to offer the company. We need to be able to buy that product. Let's just say, for a simple example, if we could buy the product from them for $1 and sell it for between $4 and $8 to $10, so between a 4 and a 10 time markup, and so that's the big challenge for a lot of really great products. Because a lot of really great products cost a lot to produce, and can they give us the type of markup that we need? And the reason for that is because of our lifestyle dollar model. Every lifestyle dollar that's out there is already bought and paid for, and because of that, we need to be able to offer these products. We need to have a significant markup in order to create enough profit back to the company to make it all worthwhile. Hopefully that answers your question, Alan. Stay tuned in 2013, and that may change quicker than we think as the task list gets complete. Okay. Jamie was just we were talking about the bid, the auction, and Jamie's observing that when you give 25 lifestyle dollars, you can't buy 25 bids. You actually need 26 bids in order to purchase. You need 26 lifestyle dollars in order to purchase 25 bids. Is that correct, Wendy?
That is correct, and thank you so much, Jamie. And so, if you're looking to give out your lifestyle dollars, what would the minimum amount currently for today be? Well, you would want to give no less than 26 lifestyle dollars out per customer, and that is going to be quickly changing as we see the changes in our mall happening in the upcoming week or so.
All right, Sharon, explain the flashing area in the auction. What amount of reserve must be met, for example, for the sauna? I don't quite understand the auction. I love your question, Sharon, and I had the same exact question. I've had that same exact question now for a number of days. I don't know the answer. Maybe Wendy knows. Is there how do we know do we know what the reserve is, or is it just a mystery?
It's a mystery to me. but yeah, it does have to meet the reserve, and then once it meets the reserve, then it opens up. And what's really cool is you'll receive, anyone that has placed a bid will actually receive an email saying, hey, guess what? We met the reserve, and now it's open for the countdown's on. So I know that that's in effect. However, they are aware that if you're the top bidder, you cannot force the item. If you're watching my screen, you cannot force it to meet the reserve by clicking and bidding over and over and over and over and over again, because once you're the top bidder, it's to protect people by not allowing them to, they don't need to bid again if they're the top bidder, but we are discussing some ways to kind of allow people maybe to bid a certain amount of times in a row to help move the product closer to the reserve in a swifter manner. And maybe the reserve would be somewhere close to this $2,495 down here when you open up the item, but that's just a guess. And we'll see if we can find that out and discuss it in the upcoming update call coming January 7th. Back to you then.
My guess is that it's different for every product. If there's a ratio, there's a reserve. Just depends on, as I was mentioning, in regards to the products, whether they're on the mall or on the auction, there's a certain markup, there's a certain threshold that the company needs to, get to start the, to sell the product at whatever it is we need to sell it for. So I think it's different for each. Okay, Frank Jones, I appreciate it, Frank, and that is, he just made an observation. Sometimes the problem is with the affiliate's computer browser needing to be updated. Great observation, Frank. If you have little glitchy things that are happening in your back office or when you're on the auction or on the mall, sometimes might just try a different browser. I think Google Chrome seems to be the one that works the best with most of our platforms. If you don't have Google Chrome, you might check it out. It's a really great browser, really, state-of-the-art, modern browser that seems to work best with cross-platforms the best as far as I can tell. And then also you might need to update your browser. You might need to go in and just make sure that you've got the most recent version of your browser. So appreciate that. Great observation there, Frank. Okay. And Hugh's just making some observations about what we're seeing on the screen. 1 second. Hugh says, I believe Micah Randall said on the last headquarters call that the expiration clock on lifestyle dollars will not start until credit cards are available.
I believe that the update on that is they are not going to wait for the credit card because that is going to be too long, and we've got millions upon millions of dollars sitting out there that have not become profit to the company yet. And because all of us are sharing in the profit, right? Everybody wants the company to have profit. So, again, as I mentioned, stay tuned to your back office because they are looking at creating ways for our customers to utilize their bids by exchanging them for products in the mall, making a few or many of the items 100% purchasable with lifestyle dollars. But every one of your customers can go use their lifestyle dollars and they can go buy bids. They can go buy the bids as long as they have 26 bids, lifestyle dollars. They can buy a $25 bid pack. So I highly encourage you to kind of get them over there.
All right, Johnny Smith, are we going to have an income disclosure statement, IDS or GFP? Great question, Johnny. I'm guessing that there's not enough information yet to compile to have an income disclosure statement. I'm not sure what the compliance rules are about that. It might be after 1 year. Yeah, I think at 1 year you have to make available an income disclosure statement. If those of you on the line don't understand what the question is, an income disclosure statement is a general, a average income based on data compiled over the last year of a company that you can present, and in some cases you need to present when you present the business. Whether that's going to be part of our compliant model. We have worked with companies in the past where that was a requirement. If you presented the business to somebody, you had to give them an income disclosure statement. And then at the same time, and that is, those are what we call average, the average incomes, right? So it's usually a very conservative number, and it's a great question, Johnny. We do not have it now. As Wendy was mentioning, we are bringing on another attorney who's putting together a compliance requirements for the company. The way that works is it'll be in your back office when you go to your GoFun Rewards on whatever day it launches at some point in 2013. You're going to go to your GoFun Rewards site, and you will not be able to access your back office, or I don't know if you'll not be able to access, but you'll have to. In other words, you'll be forced to complete this compliance course, and it'll be a simple training online. You'll go through a video, you'll watch some videos, and then you'll have to take a test. And it's kind of like a simple little, online test. and then I'm sure you'll be given a certain amount of time to get your compliance done. And if you don't get it done, then you'll get a big red flag at some point on the back office saying you have to complete this, or you won't be getting paid. So you'll be pretty highly motivated to get your compliance done. Okay, we're wrapping it up now. Just got a few more questions. Sandy Walters, if someone is a free affiliate and sponsors another free affiliate, if they upgrade first, will they receive a tab when their free affiliate upgrades?
Awesome question. And yes, of course, you'll receive a 3% cash commission and then a 3%. Mute yourself. And then they'll receive a 3% matching credit if they buy a Premier package. If they do not buy a Premier package and they only buy a monthly subscription of $20, $50, or $100, well, then you would not be compensated as a free affiliate in that portion because you're not a paid monthly subscriber. You will only be earning commission based off of the package sales that happen below you.
Fantastic. Okay, and I see that Sharon's asking for a link. We're going to go back through and make sure we send out the recording to those folks who requested it. It takes a little while, everybody. Just so you know, it's going to take a while for this recording in particular. It's a long one to process and be available, so it'll take a little while. We won't get it for a few hours, probably not until later tonight because we got to go out and do some shopping since we haven't started yet. Okay, Sal says I found the office through Jerry Mira and Rick Walk. Alan Loffices, thank you, Alan, for including that link. It's MLMATTY.com. MLMATTY.com. And Tony Olivier, Jerry Mira's name. And okay, we got that. Thank you. Sean Burris. Says you don't have to read this, so I won't. Got it, Sean. Thanks for your comment. And I'll go back and read this again. All right, Clarence. Appreciate this, Clarence. Once in a Wendy, I revisited bizcustomers.com, and they now have 2 videos explaining how to make a purchase, how to manage them. Once you make the purchase, I will view it once this exciting call is over. I really appreciate what you guys are doing to help us. A big thank you. Thank you, Clarence. We really appreciate that. And that's it for the questions. We got through all of them, folks. Unless any coming in at the last second here, and I just noticed over on the chat, everybody seems to be updated on the chat. I think we've pretty much exhausted all the questions. I think everybody's either, completely overwhelmed or they're already making their hot tea to get them through the afternoon of shopping and getting ready for the holidays. However you guys celebrate your holidays, we want to let you know that we're with you in spirit, and we very much care about everybody that is with GoFun Places. All of you are helping to contribute to the success and ongoing, development of this platform. We very much appreciate you all. Pass over to Wendy just for any closing comments.
Absolutely. And you guys, all these questions are so incredible. And, a lot of the answers that we gave today are going to change over the upcoming few days because, eAdGear engineers are working really diligently with Francis to really work on that task list that is a combination of everybody else's feedback. So keep that in mind as we send out the recording. It's not going to be a recording that will probably make sense in another 2 or 3 weeks because we'll have a more systematic, easier, more intuitive way to do everything. So I also wanted to let you know that your presidentials, Darren and T. Lamont Silver Sr. and Linton and I, we all have team websites that just speak with whoever's team you're on and say, hey, can I plug into your team website? What is it? Because they're going to have a lot of tools and the past recording webinars and so forth. And I know that Jamie Strickland, he's got a team site. So, we're here to support everyone, even though GoFun Places is more from managing our business. The field leaders are here to support growing our business and the recordings and lots of other tools to grow your business. So tap into your upline leader and ask them for help. They're here to help you see success, and they get greatly rewarded to help you see success. So Merry Christmas to all. Happy holidays. Looking forward to hearing all about your goals in 2013. And all the leaders out there are really looking forward to making those a reality. So take advantage of this slower time. Make sure to build those relationships. The more friends you have, the bigger business you're going to have in 2013. So with that, have a great holiday season.
Great call, everybody. We saw that Carolyn says thank you, and Sean, we got your email. Appreciate the last few comments coming in. This call is officially wrapped. Have a great holiday, everybody. Bye-bye. See you in 2013.